All right, next up we have Novocaine, which I saw this film after I saw Snow White, and it fared much better with me. Novocaine stars Jack Quaid, who I recently found out was Dennis Quaid's kid, as a Nepo baby who really holds his own. Novocaine, the character, is not a Nepo baby. Jack Quaid is, but you see what I'm saying. He carries this movie very well. It's about a guy who doesn't feel pain, and he essentially becomes a superhero in this film. But like the old school '80s action hero superhero, like your Rambo or John McClane. He has a lot in common with John McClane, especially considering that his story takes place around Christmas and his loved one is kidnapped, or in John McClane's situation, held hostage. But anyways, um, Novocaine goes on this quest to get who he feels is the love of his life. He's a man who has been through a lot of loneliness. A lot of people can't really relate to him or understand him because of his affliction of not being able to feel pain. And he carries that very well. I didn't expect this much heart out of this movie. I just thought it was going to be a shoot 'em up, bang bang, fight situation, like a typical Jason Statham movie. But no, you get a lot more depth than I was expecting here. Uh, Jack Quaid is not who I immediately think of when it comes to action, but the action looks really good here, like when he's doing his thing. And it's funny because Novocaine is not like this brawler or ass kicker. However, his ability to not feel pain comes in handy, and it really puts into perspective how hard it would be to fight somebody who can't feel pain and is not afraid to really get into a real brawl, because I mean they can just keep going until you kill them. And that's another thing that's played up well here. The fact that he's not immortal is brought up constantly and is used to great effect here. There's one fight in particular that takes place in like a tattoo parlor. Not gonna spoil it here, but it's a guy, this gigantic dude that he's fighting. And when I tell you they get to it, they really get to it. I enjoyed this film thoroughly. I recommend it to anybody. I can't wait to see it again. They have a really good twist here that you see early on, and the ramifications of it uh, play play very well throughout the rest of the movie. And again, Novocaine is a character that you really like, that you really feel for. And I can't wait to watch this movie again. So, with that being said, I'm going to render my verdict here. Novocaine is an unapologetically legit film. It is a 4 out of 5. If you haven't seen it, absolutely go see it. I can't wait for it to come on streaming. Just a great time. So, with that being said, before we move on, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you've seen the movie, if you're going to see the movie, whatever the case may be, I love to hear from you. And with that being said, we'll move on.
U-GeekTV.